What's up guys? Today I'm giving you a straight up helpful accessories video for the Model Y. No jokes. If you want jokes, I've got two videos for that I did recently. The Model Y versus Model 3 and the Hummer reveal video. Just saying, the jokes are over there. Today's video, just strictly helpful. As followers of the channel know, I recently took a trip up to my parents to see their Model Y. I bought them a bunch of accessories and they didn't all work out. I'm gonna show you the ones that did work out. I'm gonna show you the ones that didn't work out so you can avoid those, because now you don't have to take a chance on trying out some cheap Everything I talk about will be linked down in the description. Well, not everything. I'm not gonna link the ones that didn't work out. I'm also gonna talk about how two of my favorite add-ons might work with the new center console design. Also, none of these products were sent to me. I price shopped and I paid for all these. Well, my parents paid for all these. It's their car. Okay, first thing I want to talk about is this trunk mat. I ordered it from Motrobe. I had never ordered anything from Motrobe. Okay. But it was the right price. It looked quality. It had some good reviews. The way it was designed, it's like it was meant to fold, and it unfolded and it fit right in there. Fit absolutely perfectly. And it looked really good. And actually that fold in the center comes in kind of handy because you can actually just fold it right back, and the fold kind of makes it easy to get in there. It's the kind of thing that's real light, and so if you get some dirt in there, you can actually just rip it right out, shake it out, and throw it right back in. It's not real heavy. It's more of like a plasticky feel than a rubber. It felt sturdy. No complaints with this one. That's why I led with it. If you're gonna go out and get a trunk mat and you're price shopping, Motrobe, who knew? Highly recommend. Done. Let's move on. I tried two different types of floor mats. I went with one of the most popular, which is the Tasmanian. The other one I got was this one from Aw Taylors. I liked the look of it because it looked like kind of chainmail. So about a $75 price difference on these. The Tasmanians are $125 and the Aw Taylor ones are $200. We put the Tasmanian ones in and they just fit in perfectly right away. They're like injection molded perfectly to just fit super snug. They've got this lip that comes up around the edge. They'll catch any water or snow or dirt or whatever, really keep everything in there. You can pop them out, shake them out, hose them down, pop them back in. They just fit like a glove. I'm sorry. They're a little more plasticky, and so they don't squeak, which is great. However, they are more susceptible to like fine scratches. I got some extra footage of the floor mat after it had been in use, and we washed this down, but it's scuffed, I guess you could say. The Aw Taylor ones, I actually think they look great. My mom, however, said when she looked at them, it's like that weird optical illusion where you can't tell how close or far something is. So she did not like them. It's also obvious that they don't just slide in real nice and easy and fit. When you put them in, you gotta kind of take some care to adjust them and get them right in the right fit. There's also no lip that comes up on the sides to make sure you're catching all the dirt and debris and water. Look, if you just want something that looks cool and is going to be all weather, but may make you go dizzy and isn't as convenient to pop in and out, maybe the Aw Taylor ones are for you if you want to spend the extra 75 bucks. Just saying, my parents went with the Tasmanians. Can't blame them. Let's talk phone mounts. What I've concocted for my Model 3, and you can find it in my other videos on accessories, and what I've done here to my parents' Model Y is what I think is the best possible placement for the phone in these cars. It requires two accessories in conjunction, but once you've got it set up, it is the most handy, convenient place to have your phone. I talked about this in other videos and people got all over my ass about using your phone when you're driving, and that's not what I'm saying to do. I'm saying if there's a place to put your phone in the car, I've figured out the best spot for it. What you do is you take one of these tiny little phone mounts and you stick it on your center console in between the cup holders. When your arm is rested on the center console, your hand is kind of hanging over right there near the cup holders. It's the perfect place for your arm and your hand to be stabilized so that you can very accurately touch your phone and hit the right buttons. It is, I would argue, safer than leaning your arm forward trying to use the functionality of the Tesla screen. The only thing I don't like about it is that it says Bestrix on it. And I tried to black it out with a Sharpie, but it wouldn't stick. So it still just says Bestrix on there. There's other ones on the market. They're smaller. They don't have any branding on them. And I thought these could be even more minimalist. I bought like 4 different types. Every one of them didn't have a strong magnet. It requires a strong magnet, especially being in a car. And you know, sometimes you go over speed bumps and bumps. You don't want your phone just falling off constantly. This magnet on this Bestrix one is very strong. So if you're gonna do this, use the one from Bestrix. It's the only one I've found that works. Now, you don't want to stick this straight onto your console because it uses that 3M adhesive and it would absolutely ruin your console. So what you want to do is use a center console wrap first and then stick your phone mount on top of the center console wrap. I'll get into center consoles in a second, but first I just want to finish up with all the attempts I made at phone mounts in the car. So I found this little doohickey from Topfit. Perfect name because it fits on the top of the Tesla monitor. And it's a phone mount, but it's also a sunglasses holder. It's 52 bucks. It actually felt pretty well made. I mean, it's plastic, but it's light and it's sturdy. I was a little worried about sliding it over the top of the monitor because it was a snug fit and I didn't want to scratch it. I went for it and I took it off and everything looked fine. You know, it didn't really distract me from the look of the car. You know, it wasn't a blemish on the interior. What I did feel like was a blemish was having this big old phone mount right there on the side of the screen. I didn't like it. It looked like a weird add-on. It was kind of like unsymmetrical. But one of the things that I actually really liked was the sunglasses case. To me, that was almost worth keeping it, which it's an expensive sunglasses holder. But if you like having your phone there, I actually say this thing is a pretty good product. Yeah. That's everything I did for phone mounts. Okay, let's talk about the center console wrap. Elephant in the room. Tesla changed the design of the center console. And so I know this video is coming out too late or too soon. It's right in the middle. It's no good. Either way though, EV Wraps makes a great product. What I like about them is if you screw up on the wrap, they'll just send you another cut and you can redo it. And I actually messed up on this one. That's why in the video, one of the sections is not done. And they sent me another one. Not every place does that. And EV Wraps is great about it. I would guess, even for the new console, there's gonna be a wrap design. I don't know what it's gonna look like or what sections it's gonna cover, but I would think that even though you've got a matte finish there, people might still wanna protect it from being scratched or whatever. So trust EV Wraps if you're, even with the new console, if you're gonna use a wrap. Quick note about the center console. It looks like the cup holder section has pretty much the same dimensions and room for the little phone mount that I use. So I would suspect that you could still wrap that section and then put a phone mount on there and still use it. The one thing you have to worry about is if you get it too close to the cup holders, it can get in the way of the cups going in. But it looks like there's enough room to get it right there on the very far edge. You could angle your phone enough to make room for the cup holders. The last thing we ended up keeping is this center console tray. Whether you have the old or the new, that's kind of a big cavern down in there, and you might have SSD and some wires and things in there. So having a tray right there is a good idea. This one's from JK Cover. I found it totally handy. It's cheap, it's 15 bucks. It doesn't look cheap. It's like felt covered and it works great. The other thing I have to mention, because it's just worked so well for me. I don't know if you need this if you have black interior, but I've got this interior cleaner from Trinova. It has done such a good job removing jeans transfer or any other stain. My girlfriend, her hair dye will get on the back of the seat. The first time I saw that, I thought, oh no, oh my God, hair dye? There's no way that's coming out. And I use this Trinova stuff on there, and now I've done it a bunch of times. I'm not even worried about it if it keeps happening, because it takes it right out. And it doesn't smell weird. It actually smells good. So if you're looking for a good interior cleaner, Trinova. It's actually a Amazon best recommended whatever. Here's something that just did not work at all. I bought 2 of these dash wraps. I don't know why I didn't go with EV wraps on this. I know about EV wraps, and I think they make a dash cover. For whatever reason, I think I just went with the cheapest one, BMZX. Don't do that. And then the other one was a leather one from Bassinor. I'm pretty experienced now doing these wrap things, and I had a hell of a time doing it. I just don't think it was cut right. I don't think any of the ones that are meant to be applied like while it's still in the car are gonna work, because you've got to wrap this thing all the way around and inside the seams, or else you're gonna see the seams and it's gonna look gross. That's everything I've done to the car so far. I do have a bunch more accessories on the way, so consider hitting subscribe to get notified for that and a bunch more. I actually do a hodgepodge of videos on this channel. It's not all Tesla. I'm also interested in like big world shifting technology movements, and that's more what Knee of the Curve is about. So if you're interested in something that's like the Daily Show for tech, check out Knee of the Curve on my channel. All right, thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.